Let's talk honestly. Whether it's your family, your workplace, or the state of the world right now, it's easy to feel like you're being pulled in 100 different directions. You're doing okay, holding it together, and then suddenly it's war, fear, opinion overload, another crisis in the news, or someone in your life flips into crisis mode. Your energy hijacked, your center gone. Here's what I want you to remember. You are allowed to be steady even when the world isn't, even when the people around you are reactive, uncertain, or spiraling. You can hold your ground, not by disconnecting, but by coming home to yourself. Now, today we're going to explore how to stay rooted in your own body, mind, and soul when everything else around you is spinning, whether it's global, personal, or energetic. Hi, I'm Robin Plim, your transformational guide and author of Awake, Aware, Conscious. If you've been feeling disconnected from your true self or struggling with emotional blocks, I'm here to help you reconnect and heal. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more video content. All right. So if you've ever walked into a room and felt the tension before anyone said a word, or had a conversation and walked away exhausted, heavy, or emotionally stirred up, that's energetic absorption. You're not making it up. It's not weakness. It's your nervous system and energetic field doing exactly what they were trained to do: track, attune, and absorb to stay safe. Let's break it down. As a child, you might have experienced a parent who was unpredictable, emotional, or withdrawn, conflict or chaos you couldn't control, silent tension where no one said anything, but you felt everything. So you adapted. You became hyper aware of facial expressions, shifts in tone, body language, emotional vibes in the room. Now you learned, if I can sense what's going on before it happens, I can stay safe. If I can keep others calm, I'll be okay. If I carry the emotions, maybe things won't explode. These aren't conscious thoughts, they're survival strategies. As an adult, this turns into over-responsibility. Let me fix how they feel. People-pleasing. I'll just stay agreeable to avoid tension. Emotional over-involvement. I feel everything they feel. Chronic fatigue, burnout, or emotional overwhelm. And in a world that's constantly activated, you're not just absorbing from your close circle, you are absorbing from the collective fear during global events, the unprocessed grief in social media spaces, and the cultural pressures to stay informed, even if it's harming your nervous system. Okay, now here's the truth about it. You were never meant to carry what was never yours. It may have felt like survival then, but it's not your role now. The shift begins with recognition. When you start asking, what part of this emotion is mine? What have I picked up without even realizing? You stop reacting and you start reclaiming your power. Now, staying into your center doesn't mean closing your heart. It means keeping your heart open without losing your self-awareness. And for many women, especially those who identify as nurturers, healers, or the emotional anchor in a relationship, this line is blurred. All right, let's clearly bring this out. Compassion is I see your pain and honor it. I'm here. I care deeply. I trust that you have the strength to navigate this. Now, the over-identification says, I must fix this or they'll fall apart. If they're suffering, I can't rest. If I stay calm, they might feel abandoned. Now, can you feel the difference? Compassion holds, over-identification entangles. So why do we over-identify? Because we confuse connection with emotional merging. We've been told being good means sacrificing our needs, that being supportive means holding boundaries, that being spiritual means always staying open. But real connection requires separation. You cannot be someone's mirror, anchor, and savior all at once. Trying to do that will pull you off your path, drain your energy, and leave you questioning your intuition. All right, so let's look at a few examples of this. Imagine someone is venting to you, complaining, upset, spiraling. You begin nodding, your stomach clenches, your breathing gets shallow, you want to help, reassure, calm them down. Before you know it, you've taken on their emotion as your own. You have bought into the story. Now imagine you pause, take a breath, ground your feet, and you silently ask, is this mine? What does my body need to stay steady? You stay present, but you don't merge. You could say something like, I hear you, I'm here, and I trust you'll find your way through this. That is energetic sovereignty, and that is what it means to stay in your center. And when applied to global tension or online spaces, it might look like setting limits on exposure to crisis content. Turn the TV off, disconnect from social media for a while. Pause before engaging with emotionally charged threads. Don't just jump right in, typing away, getting what you feel emotionally back on out there. Knowing when to pray, when to hold space, or when to act, and when to rest so you're not carrying pain that isn't yours. Now, no change sticks in your body if you don't feel safe. So let's work with your nervous system. So let's do this together now. All right, let's inhale slowly through the nose for a count of 4. Exhale through the mouth for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale through 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now place your hand on your heart, the other on your belly, feet flat on the ground, and feel the weight of your body. Feel your breath. And say softly to yourself, I am safe in this moment. I do not need to hold what is not mine. I return to my center now. Oh, feel the difference? Now, if you practice this regularly, especially before watching the news, having those hard conversations, or entering a triggering space, you build internal safety that no one can take away from you. So now let's look at anchoring energetically. Talked about this before. Let's quickly go through it again. When the external world is loud, you need strong roots and clear boundaries. Try this short practice. Okay, close your eyes. Imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet deep into the earth. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more supported, more grounded. You're not floating through the chaos. You're rooted, solid, safe. Now visualize a golden bubble around your body. Now this is not a wall, it's a filter. It lets love in, but keeps other people's emotional chaos out. Say to yourself, only what nourishes me may enter. All else flows around me, not through me. Now, you can do this before you enter a busy shopping centre, have a call with someone reactive, or when you're feeling overwhelmed by the global intensity. Now, I want you to leave you with this. Stillness is not selfish. Calm is not avoidance, and holding your centre is not cold. It's powerful. You are not the regulator of everyone else's nervous system. You are not the energetic dumping ground for the world's chaos. You are not required to break every time someone else does. Don't buy into the story. Your peace is not something for you to apologize for. It's something you anchor into fiercely and gently. Because when you're rooted, you can actually feel support without sacrificing yourself. Now, in our next session, we are going deeper into intuition, not the floaty kind, but grounded body-based energy awareness. We'll explore how to read a room without losing yourself, whether it's a family gathering, a work meeting, or just scrolling online. Your system is constantly picking up subtle signs. But if you're not anchored, you'll end up absorbing more than you want to. You'll learn how to stay tuned in without taking it on, so you can trust what you sense without having to shrink, shift, or shut down. Because energy is your language, and once you learn to speak it clearly, everything changes.